from my side and let me share the screen. Ravi, are you still sharing? I cannot see your screen.
Yes, yes.
It is loading, I guess. Using mobile internet?
Oh, sorry. Yes, I am using mobile internet, but I disabled start view. So you didn't see the?
No, still it is loading. Can anyone see Ravi's screen?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, fine. Just stop
No,
it
sir.
and share it again.
Okay, sir.
Santosh, let me give you the recording permissions. Santosh, you have recording permissions.
So now you see this?
Still loading.
Okay.
That's fine. Okay, might be sometimes if it is mobile internet, it will be slow. Okay, no issues. Okay, let me share my screen.
Okay, sir. I will close it, sir.
Yes. Daniel, you can record. Still anyone is missing with recording permissions, please?
Okay, sir. Continue, sir. No.
Yes. Okay. So now you can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
So install Teams, and of course interviews and all will be scheduled. Most of the interviews will be scheduled in Teams only. Okay, so install Teams also and make sure you are at least comfortable with the Teams. Okay, make sure at least you are comfortable with the Teams. Right, so this is how you can see the Teams. Okay, you can see my screen, right? Everyone can see my screen, right? Right, this is how you can see the screen, Teams screen. Okay, and you can simply, if you want to chat with any other person, you have to simply type the person name in the organization. Say for example, you want to contact the user. Okay, user names and all will be there. So for example, some users are already connected to virtual machines. Now you want to take their session. Okay, you want to take their remote session. Simply say for example, if Daniel is connected, if Daniel name is showing in the user screen, simply you have to type Daniel in the search box. You will get Daniel account, and you have to click on the Daniel account, and you have to send messages like, hi Daniel, I want to take your screen. Okay, are you doing any important work? Otherwise I'll take your screen. Okay, so like that, to communicate we are going to use this. Earlier we have Skypes, then Skypes replaced with this Skype. Sorry, earlier we have Skype, then Skype is replaced with this Teams application. Okay, so most of the organizations will use Teams as a communicator tool. Okay, communicator tool. So to communicate with other employees, we are going to use this Teams, and of course to call that person. Okay, I want to call this person, you can use this option, audio call. Okay, and I want to share the screen, this is share screen option. Okay, you have to click on share screen option. Then once you just clicked on share screen option, okay, anyone is there in the Teams? Anyone is already there in the Teams?
Yes, sir.
If yes, please let
Yes.
me know your email ID.
It's Praneeth1125@gmail.com.
Okay, Praneeth 1125. It is not showing any results. Any username, particular username?
Yeah, Praneeth Verma.
Praneeth Verma, right? Okay, done. Wait, are you online?
Yes, I am.
Okay, done. Okay, so here you can set the status, guys. Okay, you can set the status as available. You can set the status as appear away. You can set the status as appear offline and all. Using my office ID, not person. Okay, no problem. Okay, not an issue. Okay, right, Praneeth. This is the one you are using. Still showing offline.
Yes, Shinmukh. I'm not sure why.
Okay.
Venkat Kevo. Let me search for my.
Okay. Venkat Kevo. Just okay. Type Venkat Kevo. Right. Okay. So here, if I just send message to Pranit, okay, just I can send message to Pranit. Hi. Okay, and I can share the screen also.
Yeah, I have received.
Okay, I can share the screen to Pranit, and of course, as one screen sharing is already going on. Okay, so that's why I cannot share the screen now. Right, I'm sharing my screen using Zoom app, right? So that's why when I click a share option, yes, here you can see, right? You can see desktop window, Pranit Verma chart and Zoom application, Google. Okay, so whatever applications are opened, okay, simply here, if 10 applications are open here, okay, imagine in my desktop, if 10 applications are open, if I want to share the screen, okay, once you click on share button, I'll get a window like this. How many applications are open? You will get a window, complete window like this. What you have to do, you have to select the screen option. Remember guys, you have to select the screen option. If you simply select this Teams option, Pranit can see only my Teams window. If I select a remote desktop connection, Pranit can see only my server. If I select Google Chrome, Pranit can see only my Google Chrome. He cannot see any other objects or any other applications. That's why make sure if you choose screen, he can see everything on your screen. Don't do this mistake. By default, screen will be selected, and don't do this mistake. Keep it as it is. Simply click on share screen and select. No need to select anything. Screen will be selected automatically. By mistake, if any other application is selected, make sure screen is selected. Okay, and you will select the screen, and now Pranit can see the screen and all. Okay, if you want to stop the screen sharing, you will get this window here, stop screen sharing. Okay, and of course one more window here, a disconnect option will be there. In that also you can see the same icon you will get with a disconnect option, a small cross mark on this sharing screen. Okay, that also you can click so that the screen sharing will be stopped. If you want to give control, you can simply give control. Sometimes they will ask us control, please give me control. IT people, sometimes while fixing the things, please give me control. Don't know from how to give the control and all, where to give the control. Simply if you keep the cursor on top, you will get this control screen. Or else if they requested also, you will get this pop-up, give control. Simply you have to approve it, then automatically he can take the control. Right, this is how we are going to share the screen and all in the Teams. Okay, it's very important, right? Clear guys, it's very important. You have to make sure you are comfortable with Outlook and calendar entries in the Outlook. Once you just created Outlook account, once you downloaded Outlook application, you can see calendar entries and all. It's very helpful. Calendar entries we are going to use regularly, very regularly in the organization to set up the meetings, to attend the meetings and all, to join the meetings and all. We are going to use calendar entries. And sometimes clients ask us to set up a meeting, and that is also very important. You have to know how to set up a meeting and all. If you don't know, okay, just go and Google it, and you can watch a lot of videos, very basic. Okay, no need to watch Google also, YouTube also. You can happily work once you install the Outlook, Teams and all, very basic level. Okay, right, so it's very important. As you are going in experience at DBA, you should know all these things. Believe me, lot of students lost their jobs without knowing sharing the screen in the Teams, how to create a meeting invite. Without knowing these things, if you go to the job, okay, if anyone asked, please create a meeting request, then it's very difficult. Again, you cannot see in the, and again guys, while sharing the screen, it's very important, please close all the applications that you are using. Means, say for example, customer asked how to share, one guy lost the job like this. Okay, customer asked, please share your screen. Okay, customer, imagine Pranit is customer for me, client, he is a client for me. Pranit asked, hey Shanmugh, can you please share the screen? So what I did, I don't know how to share the screen. Share screen in Teams. Okay, so what I did, okay, I have to do like this. Okay, then I read it, then he asked, right, simply I just shared the screen. Immediately he can see these results. Okay, immediately he can see these results. Whatever you searched in the Google, he can see everything. That means he can clearly understand, okay, this guy don't know how to share the screen. This is how one guy lost his job. These are very silly things, but if you are not handling properly, these things will sack you. Okay, so very important thing, make sure install today itself, install the Outlook, install the Teams, make sure you are comfortable with both the applications. And not only install, simply installing and keep it aside, not like that. Regularly try to send an emails using Outlook. Okay, try to compose the email, try to create one signature in the Outlook, and try to set up meeting invites. Okay, try to include Teams meeting under Outlook. So these are small things. It doesn't need more time. Okay, and no need of any theory and all. Simply you can go and self-explanatory. You can browse it and you can fix the issues, and then you can learn the things. Very important, guys. Very important. Okay, is it clear, everyone? Clear, right? Right, and tomorrow I'll check everyone, those who are using laptop, I'll check everyone's screen. You have to either take a screenshot and send it to me, to my WhatsApp, that you have successfully installed Outlook and Teams. Okay, tomorrow I'll check everyone's screen. Tomorrow means next class, like tomorrow we have holiday, right? Sunday. So Monday I'll check. Okay, fine. Any questions, any doubts while practice? Any issues, any challenges? Let me log into the Azure portal. It's already there. Let me go to the virtual machines and let me start my virtual machine. Anyone? 1 minute. Let me do one thing. Let me start it first. In the meanwhile, it will start. Okay, fine. And let me lower down your hands. Okay, fine. So how many of you created virtual machine in the Azure? Yesterday 4, right? I asked at least 8 people today. 4 plus 2 added 6 people. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. 8 people. 8 people created a Azure VM, right? So have you faced any challenges? So what do you think? Azure VM is easy, on-prem VM is easy? Which one is easy? Azure or on-prem? Azure or Oracle VM? Which one is easy? Which one is easy, guys? Both are difficult. Both are easy.
Both are same, but performance issues. Azure is much better.
Much
Yes.
better.
Azure is much better, and that too in the Azure, no need to install Windows operating system. Agree? In the Azure
Yeah.
VM, no need to install Windows operating system. You can directly attach the image, already existing image, and you can simply click on start button once it is ready. Hardly it will take less than 3 minutes. Oracle VM, it will take, depends upon your RAM size, it will take a minimum 30 minutes, like at least 15 to 30 minutes, depends upon your RAM size, right? So exactly 8 people, I can say 8 people raised their hands. Other people not yet started in the Azure. Please start it, guys. Please start it again. Don't postpone it. It's very important practice and all. Don't think every day, all the practice I can do it in a single day or a weekend. Don't postpone like that. Once you started postponing the things, it will postpone. Okay, so don't
Hello.
try to. Yes, tell me.
Yeah, can you please give me the permissions to record, sir?
Okay,
This is
you raised
Kiran.
your hand for recording permissions. Huh? I thought you started learning in Azure. Okay, no problem. You can record. Any other questions, guys? Any doubts? Okay, Muthu. Okay, fine. So let me connect to this machine. Yesterday we have successfully installed the MSTSC, successfully installed the SQL Server and
SSMS.
SSMS. Okay, so sometimes, guys, very important, HAMA, especially you, yesterday you got one error, right? You are unable to connect to the server, right? So very important thing is go to the networking. In case once you started the machine, if you are unable to connect to the servers, go to the networking and check the networking. Okay, 3089 should be enabled. 3389. 3389 is the RDP port. Okay. 3389 is the RDP port. 33. Once you go to the networking, this is, guys, these are called blades. This is one blade. Okay. This is one blade, right? You can just minimize this blade, maximize this blade. This is called blade option. Okay. This is one blade, this is another blade. Okay, guys. So if you go to this particular machine and then if you go to the networking, there you can see 3389 port. Okay, 3389 port should be added. If you don't see any port, you can simply add port also. Okay, so it's not an issue. You can go to the virtual machine and you can directly go to the networking side. In case sometimes if you don't see anything, you will get one message. Okay, you can simply click on that. Let me check other right. Okay, so you can see here, right? Nothing, there are no networks. You can simply attach network interface and all. Very simple. Okay, not an issue. And make sure, okay, 3389 is up and running. 3389 is a port. I told you, right? We discussed already. Port is a entry point which listens the connections, communications. All the communications to the machine will happen through ports only. If the port is closed, you cannot log into the machine. Okay, so by default, no need to do anything. Whatever settings you have selected, whatever settings we have selected while creating this Azure VM, if you choose those options, automatically 3389 will be enabled. If still having any issues, make sure 3389 is enabled or not by just going into the networking section. Okay, so there you can see, if you go to the batch 41, there you can see your 3389 port. Okay, this is how you can see 3389 port for RDP. You can see the name also for RDP. 3389 should be there. Okay, so in that case, you can fix the issue, right? You can connect to the server remotely. Let me copy this. And still, if you are unable to see, that is enabled, sir, 3389 is enabled, but still I am unable to connect to the server remotely, sir. Okay, copy paste the IP address, public IP address, put semicolon.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
The small dots are there.
1 minute, please, 1 minute. Okay, put semicolon and just type your port number, RDP port number. What is RDP port number? What is RDP port number? 3389. Okay, that is common, that is
3389.
fixed. Okay, that is common, that is fixed, guys. If you still unable to connect to the server only by using public IP address, just keep a semicolon. I hope you know semicolon means. You are unable to see there. Let me, okay, what is the IP address? Or else let me Control A, Control C, Control V. Okay, semicolon means you can see this option. Okay, your port number, sorry, IP address, semicolon and port number. You have to give like this. Okay, 3389 is fixed. Don't think the 3389 will be changed. That is RDP port, that is fixed. Even though you restart the server also, the 3389 is fixed. That is RDP port ID. Clear, everyone? If you are still unable to connect to the server remotely, you can use this option, 3389 option, you can connect. Yes, sir. Someone is asking out.
Indra, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, actually, my laptop is Windows 11, sir.
Okay.
So there possible, sir, to connect a remote control.
See, for
remote
Oracle
desktop through IP
VMs,
address.
for Oracle VMs, that is not possible. Okay, Oracle VMs, you should have Windows 10 Pro. If you have 11 Pro, that's okay, that's fine. I'm not sure which operating system it is, 11 Pro or 10 Pro. Okay, so then you are able to use the RDP connections and all. Other operating system, you cannot use RDP, but check the Azure VM. I'm not sure about Azure VM, but with Azure VM, it is possible. Okay, with Azure VM, it is possible to connect to the server remotely. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. Right, any questions, guys? Any questions, any doubts? Any doubts? No questions? Mirvan is clear, right? Okay. In one credit card, make 2 accounts. Yes, sir. Happily, you can make 2 accounts with one credit card. No issues at all. You can use the same credit card for other account also. Nothing, no issues. And guys, 90% yesterday someone asked me, sir, I'll create with the debit cards. If debit cards option is available, why I'll especially mention credit cards, credit cards, credit cards. Okay, debit card option is 99% not available. 99% you cannot give credit card option. You have to use debit card only. In that debit card also, not all cards are accepted. In that debit cards also, lot of challenges are there. Visa cards and Mastercards, 16-digit card number should be there, right? HDFC Diners card, it's a 14-digit. Amazon, sorry, not Amazon, Amex card, American Express card, it is also 15 digits card only. Special cards, these are actually not special cards, but it will accept 16 digit cards only. Visa cards and Mastercards are 16 digits cards. Okay, so if you're trying with a different cards, like special cards will be there, right? Amazon, not Amazon, this one, HDFC Diners Black, Diners Premium. Okay, so these cards doesn't have 16 digits. Simply on your card, if you don't see 16-digit credit card number, it is not possible to create an account. Make sure at least 16-digit credit card number is there. If you see 14-digit card number, 15-digit card number, it won't accept. 16 digits. Usually Visa cards, Mastercards will have 16-digit card numbers. Okay. We will allow only particular IP address, Kiran. Not like that, Kiran. It's not like that. We will allow only particular IP address. If you want, you can allow it. Not an issue. If you want to allow communication only from particular IP address, you can allow it. Everything is possible, but by default, it won't like that.
Basically, sir, we are using so many virtual machines in 2 projects, but we never allowed RDB because since if we allow that due to security problems, everyone who can RDB that port number will be opened, right? So everyone can connect to that machine.
How?
Then it will be
See, if I give, that's okay. It depends upon the organization to organization. I'm not denying that statement. But the thing is, even though if I simply connect to the server by giving RDP, I have to give credentials, right?
okay.
Credentials we have to give or not. See, just now I just did RDP and it asked for credentials. I gave credentials. Without credentials, did I connect it to the machine?
No.
Right. It's RDP means you should give credentials. Without credentials, no one is allowed to enter into the Windows machine in any form, either direct form or RDP form. Okay.
Okay.
So that's then how you are connecting to the servers in that case.
We are using we are not using RDB. We are using Bayesian something login is there, right? Apart from RDB, we are using other things. Yeah.
Bayesian. It's a jump server.
Okay.
Through jump server, you are doing the same activity. Directly, you are not doing RDP. Through jump server, you are simply double clicking on it. It will allow. Again, there also, if you double click on the server in the Bayesian also, if you double click on the server, okay, again, it will ask username and password, right?
Yeah, username and password is mandatory.
That is RDP only. You are not doing MSTSC or you are not searching the remote desktop. Simply you are double clicking on the machine. It is allowing us to give the username and password. Yeah.
Okay. No, you said that we will be allowing the RDP, right? No, now I am in the Azure portal only. There is no rule regarding this 3389 RDP rule. So I am asking.
Okay, that's fine. But still, see, usually by default, you will get it. No need to select anywhere. If you want to get that rule, you have to, while creating the machine itself, you have to select networking ports option. Okay, basic security. You have to select that. That also I'll show you. Okay, you will get this. That also you will get it. Let me show you where I can see that option in the networking. Okay, let me go to this GPay AD. There somewhere you can see overview. Okay, again I'm going to the network machine. Just a minute. In the network security, there is an option, basic security and all. If you choose that option, again you will get that one. Okay, networking. Let me go to this GPAD. See more. And that one, just a minute, guys. Somewhere it will be there. Network security group. Virtual machines. Monitoring capabilities recommendations. Availability scaling, security type standard extensions. Wait, that option configuration. Usually while creating new virtual machine, okay, so there is a security networking tab, right? There you have to choose here. Usually it will be like a basic, it should be basic. While creating the machine, I said none, right? Okay. None, I said none. Okay, so you have to choose basic, then you will get that inbound rules, outbound rules also. Network, NIC network security, right? After creating the machine also, we can change from none to basic, okay? That I have to check network security group, the networking, the networking or network security group. Let me go to that. Yes, now we saw that option, right? Network security group. Where is that? Yeah. Let me reconnect, please. It is showing less than 1 minute. Please join with the same link. Let me close and let me reopen.